House to Home, presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
Half a day, everybody, and welcome back. We have realtors in the house. I have always wanted to make that joke. I can't believe, Liz and Gina, that we've been doing this segment now for, what, 6 years? We've never made that line. Realtors in the house.
That's a good one.
All right. If I get fired from broadcasting, which at this point seems like a no-brainer and everything, maybe that'll be part of my stand-up comedy act. But
okay.
We have talked about so many topics on this very segment and everything like that.
Yeah.
I always want to come back to the fact of where the heck is the market on Guam now, because things change, from week to week. So at this moment, as we're recording this right now for distribution over every platform we have, where is Guam's real estate market at the moment?
Okay, but first I want to say hello to Richard and Doris, who told me yesterday they faithfully watch the program every Tuesday. So thank you for watching.
Thank you, Richard and shout outs from Gina. Wow.
No, we do get people who comment
Yeah,
that they really watch our show.
We really
good.
appreciate
The information, they're really appreciative of the information.
Well,
we
with the
provide.
two of you, I know why, because I know they ain't looking at me.
They are.
Okay.
They said something about Jason. I heard that.
Well, entertainment value goes a long way, but market factors are cyclical. So
Yeah,
where are we right now?
Yeah. And actually, it's an important topic for us because recently in the newspaper, on TV, we've been listening to some ideas. Generally speaking, if you're looking to buy property right now, the market is pretty competitive. And so we're educating our buyers, get out there. You need to prepare yourself to buy. It's not a good idea for you to just go around and look at homes and then after you fall in love with a place, figure out what you want to do. You got to know what you want to do in advance so that you can move quickly because everybody else is. People who are really serious about buying, they look at a house and they put in the offer the same day because they know if they don't, someone else is.
Now, those are savvy investors, right?
They're not investors. We're talking about owner-occupants. Investors already know what they're doing.
Those are the sharks.
Yeah.
So for the average people and everything
But the
like that.
first-time home buyers, those
Yeah.
are the ones we want to target because our role as realtors is to ensure that people buy their home. It's stability. It's for their family. So our role is to assist them in the process, but we want to make sure that they're ready for it. And the only way to do that is to go to the bank, get all those things lined up on the front end, and the interest rates are good right now. Once they start to go up, our inventory for houses are limited. We really don't have that many because we don't have that many workers coming in to do single-family homes. That is shifting. There's a change happening right now. But in the meantime, you have to be prepared because Gina and I are experiencing in our office that we get 3-4 offers that come in. So you've got to do your best shot in terms of your offer.
And once all those Marines and their families come down
That's
from Okinawa
right.
and everything,
That's
the market's
right.
going to tremendously change.
That's
we have a
right.
limited amount of space, a limited amount of homes, and so that's very competitive. So we're telling buyers, listen, if you're serious, stop waiting.
Yeah.
If you're not going to pay cash, which is, maybe I can honestly say at this point, it's like 2% of our market, but not everybody has that ability. So if you're not going to pay cash, go to the bank and not, every bank offers something different. So you got to get yourself ready for that. So that's on the buyer's end. On the seller's part, it is a seller's market. Let's not kid ourselves. This is the truth. But it's a seller's market to a certain degree. If you overprice your home, it's obvious to everybody and people are going to see it. You know what? We know there's a demand in the market, but there's a point where you're already past demand. People are just, they're not going to buy it because they can see it's overpriced. So you have to be competitive. Even though it is a seller's market, it has to be realistic as well.
Okay, now it seems to me, and we've had this discussion before, so this is nothing new, but I'm very, very risk averse. And if I find the home of my dreams for my family and I, right, it seems like a function of time. I have to be in the right place at the right time. I have to have all my paperwork and all the money all prepared and everything. So why don't I just go out to the bank today, get approved for, let's say, 400 grand, and I'll just have that, money on standby.
Why can't you have the money ready, you mean?
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
And I'll just sit and wait.
No, you can't. I mean, when you go apply, there's a window of time for every process.
Because that's going to break my heart if I find the place I really, really want and I go through all the stuff and somebody made a better offer than me.
But you
5
have
minutes.
to get your loan in place.
Right.
And then they give you a window of time. You can, once you get an idea of what your budget is, we recommend then, boom, get out there and start looking for properties. Call us and we'll give you a list of properties that fit that price range. Because once you have it, the rates could change at any given moment, your interest rates, unless you lock it in. And even when you lock your interest rate in, there's a window of time for that as well, where it will change, and there's penalties. So there's a block of time for every process. So you can't just get your loan and then decide, well, let me wait till the right one comes, because that loan application will be only good for a certain window of time.
And it doesn't work that way, Jason. When you go to the bank and say, let's say they looked at your income, they look at your debt, they look at your credit history, because those are the main factors, right? They're not going to say, okay, Jace, you qualify for $400,000, so here it is. Go out there and find the property. No, that's not how it works. They'll give you a letter and they say, when you find the right house in this price range, so you could shop below that if you can find something. But basically, it's a letter, and this is what we're talking about being prepared. It's a letter, and that letter is going to say, Jason, we're going to charge you $25,000, but we'll give you the $400,000 to buy the house. Now you're armed, you're ready, go out there and shop. So there are two factors there, Jace. Do you have the and I'm just guessing here in $25,000. It's usually about 4 to 5% of what you borrow is what you have to set aside. You got to pay the bank to let you borrow that money. It's the closing cost, right? So they'll give you a letter saying, this is what we're going to do for you. And on your end, now you're prepared. You know it's going to cost you. This is what you have to pay to get it. Now, where are you going to get that money? So there's a lot of factors that we have to help you coordinate before you get to the point of, hey, Mr. Seller, I love this house. I'm going to give you a contract right now. And here's my letter that says I'm good for it.
Okay, and because of that, can we do part 2 of this? Because I want, we're going to actually walk me through exactly what it's going to take for me to get the house of my dreams, because apparently I just can't go out and get a $400,000 loan. So we will be back next week. We'll have part 2 of that. Thanks so much, ladies.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.